just a little. particular side. You got way bigger. Kevin had that right. Scotland?
Yeah.
Taking it. This will be the last run.
Huh?
I'm feeling like this will be the last run.
Last one?
The last set, right?
Maybe. Wait, like 3 times. Last time was nice.
Yeah.
Scotland Brave?
Yeah.
seated. As we get started with our program, I would like to share a reminder that we are here to celebrate our outstanding graduates and all that they have accomplished. There is so much to be proud of. Let's please keep the focus on them. Please be mindful that each student and their guest deserve to hear their name called while walking across the stage. Please hold applause until all students have crossed the stage.
Good afternoon. My name is Gary Lebovich, and I am the chair of the Board of Trustees. To all the parents, friends, guests, and alumni who have gathered here today, welcome. To the class of 2025, on behalf of the Board of Trustees, let me be the first to congratulate you into your graduation from Clark and your induction into the community of Clark alumni. Congratulations. I imagine for some of you, you never thought this day would come. For others, it's come a little too soon. And for others, you hunger for more as you move on to continue your studies and other professional programs. So while this may feel like an ending, it really is just the beginning. And it's the beginning of a great adventure. It's the rest of your life, one that only you can define and shape. I know it sounds kind of scary, but isn't this what you've been waiting for? Take it from me, a fellow graduate of the class of 1981, Clark has prepared you very well. Of course, none of you could have reached this moment on your own. I hope you take time today to pause and reflect upon all the people who made your journey into and out of Clark possible. Your teachers and professors, your friends and coaches, and mentors who helped steer and influence you. And it goes without saying your parents, who are here today proudly watching you and feel a tremendous sense of pride and accomplishment. And for some, I'm sure, a great relief in helping you reach this stepping stone. I challenge you now to think about how you will show up in the work world, engage in all that you are going to do as you leave Clark University. Many, if not all of you, will pursue careers that require you to collaborate with others in pursuit of a common objective, be it a financial target, a research objective, or perhaps working to enhance or even save someone's life. Your chosen field may be born from a particular area that germinated here at Clark during your time, or from a set of unique circumstances that you cannot even fathom today. No matter what you choose to do, I have some brief advice to share from a 35-year business career to help you capitalize on your learnings from Clark and create a rewarding and fulfilling professional journey. Bill Russell, the legendary Boston Celtic basketball player who participated on 11 NBA championship teams, 2 NCAA basketball championship teams, and led the 1956 U.S. Olympic team to a gold medal, once famously said, "The most important measure of how good a game I played was how much better I made my teammates play." Think about that for a moment. Russell's objective in any one game was not how many points he scored or how many rebounds he gathered, but how he could raise the performance of those around him to position his team to win. Russell combined his 6-foot 10-inch height and 7-foot 4-inch wingspan with an exceptional basketball IQ, a defensive intensity, and a neurotic need to win. In fact, early in his career, he got so tense before games that he regularly vomited in the locker room. Now, I'm not advocating that you need to vomit before you embark on your chosen path. And most of us are not blessed with the physical and instinctive gifts of Bill Russell to change the outcome of a game or event. But what we can all share with Bill Russell is a sense of selflessness and capacity to leverage our skills and capabilities to make others around us better. So as you pursue your professional goals during your career, you will come to realize that the most important attributes prized by your organization are less about what you personally do, but more about how you positively impact those around you. As you progress in your career, think about answering the following questions. Are you somebody that people in your organization want to follow and have on their team? Are you somebody that people emulate because they admire your playing style? Do colleagues seek you out as a mentor so that they can learn how to best share the ball? None of us, I presume, will get the opportunity to play for NBA championships or Olympic gold medals. But like Bill Russell, we all want to win, and we all want to have success in our chosen field. If you want to build a long-lasting championship career, elevating the performance of those around you rather than focusing on individual accomplishment is a slam dunk approach. Best wishes and good luck. It's now my pleasure to introduce our university president, David Fithian.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. Thank you, Chairman Lebovich. Welcome all, including those joining us by live stream from around the globe. Today is the 121st time in 138 years that Clark University has held formal commencement exercises. Today, in this ceremony, we recognize 1,014 individuals who have completed advanced graduate or professional study, and in some cases, original research that has added to our understanding of a field of study or discipline or practice. These students should be rightly proud of their accomplishments, not only as students, but also as teachers. They have given of themselves to enriching and educating the Clark community by bringing their experiences, perspectives, ideas, cultural understandings, and so much more to bear on the extraordinary learning community that is at the heart of our university. I applaud you, I congratulate you, and I urge you to put to work anywhere in the world you find yourself next, the knowledge you have developed and the skills you have honed here to address the challenges and opportunities we face as global citizens. Your path to and through Clark has surely not been easy, but I trust it has been meaningful, and I hope it has been fulfilling. I also hope that the families and friends who today surround you appreciate your hard work and achievements, and that you appreciate all the ways in which they have cared for you, supported you, and helped shape the person you are. The essential aim of higher education is to help prepare individuals to be as successful as possible in their professional and personal pursuits throughout their lifetimes. While it is not the only path to such success, it is the one that most deliberately puts you in the company of as diverse a set of other individuals as possible. And it is in just such an environment that we encounter learning at its fullest. So, having applauded you and congratulated you, there is but one more sentiment for me to express, and that is my thanks. I thank you for joining our remarkable and remarkably diverse community of teachers and learners, and wish you every success in your professional and personal lives. It is now my great privilege and honor to formally begin these exercises by declaring them open and welcoming to the podium the university's Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Professor John McGee. Welcome, John.
Thank you, David. Good afternoon. We will next award this year's honorary degree, and the recipient will address our graduates. After welcoming remarks, you will hear from our graduate student speaker. The presentation of diplomas will follow. Edward Arriaga Arango, Associate Professor of Language, Literature, and Culture, will now present our honorary degree recipient.
Mr. President, I have the great honor of presenting Mr. Ari Shapiro, an award-winning journalist, a host of NPR flagship news program, All Things Considered, and a source of sharp-eyed truth at a time when clarity and courage are needed to deliver an honest narrative of American and beyond. Mr. Shapiro, you have filed stories from above the Arctic Circle and aboard Air Force One, and you have covered wars in Iraq, Ukraine, and Israel. Your exceptional journalism has earned you 3 Edward R. Murrow Awards, one for a global series that connected the dots between climate change, migration, and far-right political leaders, another for your reporting on the life and death of Breonna Taylor, and a third for your coverage of the Trump administration's asylum policies on the U.S.-Mexico border. As a White House correspondent during the George W. Bush and Barack Obama administrations, you notably covered the debates over surveillance, detention, and interrogation in the years after September 11. Throughout your career, you have been recognized not only for the stories you tell, but for the fearlessness with which you tell them. You have taken us into the darkened corners and hit the light switch, exposing flaws in how disability benefits are disbursed to injured American veterans, describing the failures of Louisiana's detention system after Hurricane Katrina, and investigating the link between methamphetamine use and HIV transmission. The American Judges Association conferred on you its first ever American Gavel Award for your reporting on the U.S. courts and the American justice system, reporting that has proven to be both important and present for our times. And in 2023, you were named Journalist of the Year by the NLJGA, the Association of LGBTQ+ journalists. Outside of work, you somehow found the time to pen a memoir, The Best Strangers in the World, which became an instant New York Times bestseller. Your voice, so familiar and welcome to the NPR audiences, has also filled some of the world's most storied venues, from Carnegie Hall to the Hollywood Bowl, where you have displayed your talents as a gifted singer and appeared with the band Pink Martini, with whom you have sung in multiple languages. Mr. Shapiro, when All Things Considered comes to the air, we know you have a story to tell that will move us, provokes us, perhaps even change us, and we're listening. Mr. President, on behalf of the trustees, faculty, students, and staff at Clark University, it gives me great pleasure to request that the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters honoris causa be conferred upon Ari Shapiro.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Clark University, I do hereby confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters honoris causa with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. I present you with the diploma and hood of Clark University and warmly welcome you to the company of alumni who challenge convention and change our world. Congratulations. Good afternoon, Clark University. Thank you so much, Professor Arriaga Arango, for that warm, kind, thoughtful introduction. I am so honored to be here with you all today, and not only because my niece is going to enroll as a first-year student here at Clark in the fall. Thank you for having me, President Fithian, Provost McGee, trustees, faculty, staff, and most of all, hello, graduates. It feels good to hear that title, doesn't it? Say it with me. Hello, graduates. Look, that title feels good for anyone, any year, but especially for you all. Because in your experience of higher education, you have been through pandemics, protests, political upheaval, and most likely other words starting with P that I can't think of right now. And despite all of those hurdles and challenges that you faced, you have reached the finish line.
You remember that dream you had, that it was the day your thesis was due or the day you had to defend your dissertation and you hadn't started it? Well, good news. It was just a dream. The bad news is you won't ever stop having that dream. I wrote my last college paper 25 years ago, and I still wake up in a sweat from that exact nightmare. I'm sorry. I should tell you, in this commencement address, I am not going to pander to you. I am a journalist, and it is my job to tell you how things are, even if that may not always be exactly what you want to hear. But there are a lot of things today that you should be very happy to hear, that you should be extraordinarily proud of. This is a moment that you can look at the person next to you and say to each other, "We did it." In fact, I want you to give yourselves that gift right now, and I don't just mean the students. I also mean the parents and siblings and friends and teachers, people watching this on the live stream from thousands of miles away who share the pride and responsibility of having helped these graduates reach this day. Turn to somebody next to you right now and give yourselves that gift. Say, "We did it." A day as momentous as this one has two sides. You might feel right now like you are on top of the world, which in a way you are. And also right now you might feel slightly like you're staring into the abyss, which also maybe in a way you are. Every one of us faces the challenge of holding two opposing ideas in our minds at once. And I sometimes think I'm particularly good at holding contradictory ideas in my head because I'm a Libra. And I don't believe in astrology. So right now, the first idea we have to embrace is that this is a moment to celebrate. All the hard work you did paid off. The sacrifices you made, the forks in the road that you chose led to a happy ending. That's idea number one. And if any of you have seen the musical Into the Woods, someone has, you know idea number two, which is there is no happy ending. There's no such thing as ever after. Even when you get your wish, the story continues. So our task is to let those two ideas coexist, to recognize that as much as we're celebrating in this moment, there will be hard times ahead without letting that knowledge dampen our excitement and joy at this celebration. You know, the great drag queen philosopher Dina Martina once said, "There may come a time that you find yourself in a deep, dark valley, and you may think that you will never see the sun again. And in that moment, I just want you to remember that somewhere, just beyond the horizon, is a deeper, darker valley." So a question we all have to answer is, how do we get through those deep, dark valleys? And I'm happy to tell you that there is actually a very solid answer to that question. There is really good research on this. I once interviewed the author of the longest running study of human happiness in the world. It's been going since 1938. The man who runs it is named Dr. Robert Waldinger. He has not been running it all that time, obviously. He's a psychologist, and this study that he runs has followed people through generations, rich, poor, happy, miserable, healthy, sick, and the data are so totally clear on how people get through hardship. I was shocked at how simple the answer is. The number one factor that determines whether people are happy in their lives is the closeness and quality of their relationships with others. That's it. Doesn't matter what kind of relationships. It can be friendships, it can be marriage, it can be parent-child. The warmth and quality of your relationships with other people is the single biggest factor in whether you graduates will go on to have a happy life or not. And there's another super reassuring thing about this study, which is that it clearly shows it is never too late in life to start building those relationships. So, some of you may be sitting here today with your favorite people in the world. My advice to you is hold on to that. Work to sustain your relationships and friendships in the same way that you work to advance your career or build a family, because it does not happen automatically. It takes effort, and that effort will pay off over time. Now, others of you may look at the folks you are with today and think to yourselves, I won't miss these people. If you're in that camp, I would like you to raise your hands right now. No, I'm just kidding. Don't raise your hands. Don't raise your hands. But whichever group you're in, I think it's really important that you go forward with this idea in mind. It is good to invest in your career, in your hobbies, in your passions. Those things can give you a sense of fulfillment and purpose, a paycheck, but it is even more important to invest in your personal relationships, because there will be tough times. The man who decoded the human genome, Francis Collins, has a line I love, which is that for the foreseeable future, the death rate will be 1 per person. Every one of us will experience tragedy. Our task is to thrive in the face of it. You know, as a journalist, I often find myself talking to people on what may be the worst day of their lives. I cover natural disasters and mass shootings and wars. And so friends often ask how I stay optimistic about humanity, even in the face of all the horrible things that I see happening in the world every day. And the answer is that in those places, when people face tremendous hardship, I see humans again and again show extraordinary selflessness and care for one another and empathy. I'm going to tell you about just one of those people. He's a man who I met in coastal Turkey, in the city of Izmir, at the height of the Syrian refugee crisis, when people were traveling through Turkey across the Mediterranean to reach Europe. And this man's name was Ali Demir, and he owned this little humble sidewalk cafe. And outside of the cafe, he'd set up these folding tables with power strips. And in the windows of the cafe, he had posted the Wi-Fi code and password. And the power strips were full of people charging their phones, and they were all FaceTiming or WhatsApping with their families back in Syria. These people weren't buying food from the cafe. They didn't have enough money to do that. So I asked the cafe owner, Ali Demir, why he shared the Wi-Fi and why he put out these power strips and why he let people recharge their phones. And his answer was so simple. He said, I think about if I were in their shoes, what I would want someone to do for me. That act of empathy can be so simple and yet so transformative. Ali Demir did not have a huge circle of power or influence, but he asked that revolutionary question, what would I want if I were in their shoes? And he acted on the answer. So in a world where he uses his small amount of influence to nudge the world in a more positive direction, I think, what right do I or you or any of us have to give in to despair, to say, it's too hard, the outlook is too bleak, I give up? To me, that seems like a slap in the face to Ali Demir and so many of the other inspiring people who I've met in my years as a journalist. Another question I get asked a lot, a related one, that frankly some of you might be asking yourselves right now, is, are we going to be okay? And I will tell you my most authentic response from the bottom of my heart. Wrong question. First, we do not live in a novel where you turn the last page and find out if a story has a happy ending. All of us carry a baton that our ancestors handed to us that we will pass to those who come after us. And wherever we are in that relay race, no matter how good or bad things may be in the moment, there are always people who we can help. And so no matter how smooth or rough the terrain might be in your life, in this moment, our task is always the same. In Judaism, there's a line from the Talmud which says, "It is not your obligation to complete the work, but neither are you free to abandon it." And so the question, are we going to be okay, is not relevant. The question we need to ask is, how can I be helpful? I want to leave you with one last thought. Last fall, I interviewed the widow of Alexei Navalny, who was the Russian opposition leader who led the political movement against Vladimir Putin until he died in a Russian prison. And I was speaking with his wife, Yulia Navalnaya, about Alexei's posthumous memoir called Patriot. And something that stood out to me in the memoir was Navalny's unrelenting joy. Even in his darkest moments, he was cracking jokes and savoring small pleasures like the butter he got with his bread in prison on Sundays only. And so in this interview, I asked Yulia how Alexei maintained that sunny disposition in the face of so much darkness. And she said, that was his superpower. He never let them steal his joy. The relationship columnist Dan Savage recently said, during the darkest days of the AIDS crisis, we buried our friends in the morning, we protested in the afternoon, and we danced all night. He said the dance kept us in the fight because it was the dance we were fighting for. Clark University graduates of 2025, I hope you find a cause to fight for. I hope you find someone to help. And most of all, I hope you keep dancing. I can't wait to see the impact you have on the world. Thank you and congratulations.
Good afternoon. My name is Kristen Williams, Chair of the Faculty and Professor of Political Science. Let me begin by saying on behalf of the Clark faculty, congratulations to you. Today is a very big deal. Fundamentally, Clark's mission is, quote, to educate undergraduate and graduate students to be imaginative and contributing citizens of the world, and to advance the frontiers of knowledge and understanding through rigorous scholarship and creative effort. Moreover, the mission makes clear the important commitment to, quote, the free pursuit of inquiry and the free exchange of ideas. Academic freedom is central to knowledge production, dissemination, and consumption. In effect, knowledge is power. When we think of knowledge as power, think of your own educational experiences at Clark, whether in the classroom, community engagement projects, labs, fieldwork, and so forth. You are invariably asked to ponder research questions, how and why. Consider some of the how and why questions asked by Clark faculty. How do the structure and function of enzymes affect human health? And how does their malfunction contribute to cancer and neurological disorders? How do politicians, such as President Putin, and political activists in Russia use masculinity to bolster their own legitimacy and attack their opponents? How does climate affect ecosystem relationships? How do people effectively use computer technologies? How do people make sense of oppression and violence against their group? Consider the questions asked in particular fields of study and courses here at Clark. How do artists navigate the political pressures of their historical moment? Why do ordinary people participate in atrocities? Why are things located where they are? How do we create healthy communities with safe housing, healthy and nutritious foods, and access to green spaces? Why do you drink milk to minimize pain when eating spicy foods? At Clark, the knowledge you have gained from a liberal education, asking and answering the how and why questions, leads to the development of important skills that are necessary for democracy and civic engagement. Skills that are more essential than ever at this particular moment in time. written and oral communication, critical thinking, problem solving, and qualitative and quantitative analytical skills. From the Association of American Colleges and Universities, quote, liberal education does not end at graduation, instead it fully commences then. Liberally educated graduates are poised to take their skills and proficiencies to even higher levels through practiced application and to play their part in sustaining democracy. You have a life ahead of you full of possibilities and promise. You are privileged to have received an education in a world of more than 8 billion people, most of whom will never have such an opportunity. Please remember the role of Clark playing in that education. Please be sure to stay in touch and let us know how you are doing in the years that follow. We want to hear from you. In closing, I leave you with a quote from British zoologist and primatologist Dr. Jane Goodall. Quote, what you do makes a difference, and you have to decide what kind of difference you want to make. So again, on behalf of the faculty, congratulations to you, the Clark graduating class of 2025.
Good afternoon, magnificent Clark University students. My name is David Jordan, and I'm the Dean of the School of Business at Clark University. And I have the distinct honor of introducing today's graduate student speaker and one of our newest MBA recipients, Kumar Gaurav. If you don't know Kumar, he's many things. A first-generation student from India who immersed himself in an unfamiliar culture and curricula. An academically gifted student who excels and excelled in the classroom and beyond. A compassionate and caring individual. And as anyone who knows Kumar can attest, a source of pure energy who will not rest when there is a problem to be solved. A person who can be helped or an injustice that requires attention. In a recent profile of Kumar on Clark Now, he talked about the MBA degree he would be receiving today in a way that speaks to his intentions and motivations. He said, I quote, "A degree is not just a milestone. It can be a platform to elevate others and challenge what is possible." This is Kumar in a nutshell. If you spend any time with him, you will understand that he places purpose before profit and has set his sights on a career that will have a transformative impact on the lives of others. His business for good philosophy is reflected in the endeavors he has pursued while at Clark, including essential work at the Moskowski Institute, Habitat for Humanity, the advocacy for refugee and immigrant services for empowerment, and others. These experiences have served to deepen his commitment to the principles of equality, inclusivity, and agency that he will continue to promote in his life and his career. Kumar was one of my students, and I could go on, but I know you would much prefer to hear from Kumar himself. So please join me in giving a rousing welcome to the stage to your fellow classmate and member of the class of 2025, Kumar Gaurav. Kumar.
Good afternoon, everyone. President Fithian, deans, faculty, city officials, families, and my incredible fellow graduates. Sabhi ko namaskar. Today is more than a milestone. It's a moment I never imagined would come. Because where I come from, in my hometown in India, the idea of studying in the United States felt as distant as stars. No one in my family had ever gone abroad. No one had done a master's degree. My parents, who studied only through secondary school, raised me not with wealth, but with belief, and taught me that education is the one path that can open doors, not just for individuals, but for generations. My father once said to me, I couldn't reach where you are, but I can hold a ladder while you climb. So I climbed. 2 years ago, I arrived at Clark with one suitcase, no footsteps to follow, and a heart full of questions. Would I belong? Would I survive? Would I succeed? Being a first-generation student means you often walk in the dark, lighting the path as you go. You doubt yourself constantly. You hesitate at every big step because there is no one before you who has taken it. You carry not just your ambition, but your family's hope, your neighborhood curiosity, and your country's expectation. There is no map, only the hope that you are headed somewhere meaningful. But then I arrived at Clark. Here I found more than classrooms and case studies. I found light. Fiat lux. Let there be light. The mark of university is not just etched in stone, it lives in the people here. Professors who challenged me not just to learn, but to lead. Mentors who saw potential in me before I saw it in myself. Friends who became family when I missed mine most. Professor Norman, who didn't just teach marketing funnels, but made us fall in love with marketing. Professor Murphy, whose passion for branding was infectious, and his constant stream of silly jokes always kept us smiling. Dean Jordan, who taught us to think beyond ROI, and to lead not just with profit in mind, but with purpose in our hearts. I want to thank everyone who helped shape not just a degree, but the person we have become. Every time I walk past Fruit statue on campus, I'm reminded of something deeper. Life does not have to be long to be meaningful, it has to be larger. Fruit only spent few days here, but his impact still echoes through our campus even after 100 years. That's what legacy looks like. Doing something so meaningful, it continues to light paths long after you're gone. He once wrote to Carl Jung, Clark is a small place, but a serious one. And now, standing here, I know that's still true. Today, I invite us all not to live longer lives, but to live larger ones. Lives that are purposeful, bold, compassionate, impactful. Let us not be defined by the title we hold next, but by the people we lift, the voices we amplify, and the ideas we dare to pursue. As we all step into our futures, some of us to new cities, others to new countries, some with plans, others with questions, I hope we carry with us this truth. Success is not defined by where you come from, but by how far you're willing to go and who you lift along the way. Because if there's one thing we learned here, it's that business is not just about models and margin, it's about people. We didn't just learn strategy of finance, we learned resilience. We didn't just analyze markets, we discovered our values. We didn't just talk about leadership, we lived it. We celebrated internships, job offers, and life-changing opportunities. We helped each other prepare for interviews, picked each other up after setbacks. We shared meals, shared fears, shared joy. And somewhere along the way, something changed. Our why became, why not? Why not speak up? Why not take the risk? Why not be the first in a family? Why not start over in a new country and build something from scratch? Even when you arrive not knowing anyone, you can leave having found everyone. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. The whole world is one family. So today I ask, why not us? Why not this class, the most diverse, determined, and dynamic Clark has ever seen? Be the ones to lead with empathy, build businesses that matter, and reshape industries and societies. Why not use this degree, not just to make a living, but to make a difference? We came here as dreamers, we live as builders, as storytellers, as change makers. We are not just graduates, we are torchbearers. And wherever life takes us next, may we always bring light. So to the Clark class of 2025, congratulations. May we carry this journey in our hearts forever, and may we always choose to say, why not me, why not now? Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Kumar. President Fithian, on behalf of Clark University, I have the honor to present the candidates for and recent recipients of the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy. Will all the candidates For the Doctor of Philosophy, please rise and be recognized. I declare that each candidate has fulfilled all the requirements of the university for the degree, including, as appropriate, an acceptable dissertation, and request that the degree be conferred upon each of them.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I do hereby confer upon you the doctoral degrees as indicated, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. I welcome you to the ancient and honorable company of scholars. Congratulations.
Good afternoon. My name is John Labrie, and I serve as the Associate Provost and Dean of Graduate Studies and International Programs. Will the candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy please come forward? Provost McGee, on behalf of the Departments of Biochemistry, Molecular Biology, Chemistry, Economics, Geography, History, Interdisciplinary Studies, Physics, and Psychology, I have the honor to present for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy the following candidates.
Merrick Marianne Keme.
Being hooded by Noel Lazo.
Kelly Lynn Waters.
Being hooded by Dawn Spratt.
Yuxin Yang.
Being hooded by Lewis Smith.
Jordan Michaela Bird.
Being hooded by Jackie Gagan.
Sadia Mansour.
Being hooded by Wayne Gray.
Rabia Manzoor.
Being hooded by Wayne Gray.
Mohammed Ramzan.
Being hooded by Wayne Gray.
Mansoor Salim.
Being hooded by Wayne Gray.
Pavlina Ziso.
Being hooded by Wayne Gray.
Chunjie Chao.
Being hooded by Junfu Zhang.
Claire Brooke Gaffey.
Being hooded by Karen Fry.
Maddie Crude.
Being hooded by James McCarthy.
Don DeLeu.
Being hooded by Deborah Dwork.
Sandra Grudich.
Being hooded by Thomas Kuhn.
Ravi Hanumantha.
being hooded by Timothy Downs.
Shibangu Kalala.
Being hooded by Edward Carr.
Rilis Ainush.
Being hooded by Alexander Petrov.
Brett Michael Laramie.
Being hooded by Alexander Petrov.
Gianna E. Davis.
Being hooded by Nicole Overstreet.
Thekia Cheeseboro Jackson.
Being hooded by Nicole Overstreet.
Ebra El Chernoby.
Being hooded by Esteban Cardemil.
Emma Namala Kironde.
Being hooded by Esteban Cardemil.
Ho-Jin Han.
Being hooded by Anna Marcello.
Jenna Rice.
Being hooded by James Cordova.
Setare Margaret Rossman.
Being hooded by James Cordova. Congratulations, PhD candidates.
President Fithian, on behalf of Clark University, I have the honor to present the candidates for and recent recipients of the master's degrees awarded through the Graduate School of Arts and Sciences, the Becker School of Design and Technology, the School of Business, and the Graduate School of Professional Studies. Will all the candidates for the master's degree please rise and be recognized?
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I do hereby confer upon you the master's degrees as indicated, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto, and I express the hope that your learning will lead you to advance knowledge in or enrich the practice of your chosen field. Congratulations.
Good afternoon. My name is Lori Ross, and I serve as the Dean of the College and the Director of the Department of Sustainability and Social Justice. Will the candidates within the Graduate School of Arts and Sciences please come forward?
Olivia Costanza Leisure. Cecilia Kathleen Cortez. Jens Peterson. Rory Dickinson. Sophia Hayes. Andrew David Niehaus. Benjamin Gaskill. Lindsay Taylor Carlson. Jasper P. Carlton. Matt O'Connell Vale. Allison Grace Dunphy. Thea R. Henry. Charlotte Levitt. Caroline Roberts Sinclair Southall. Ksenia Smart. Sadie Price Elliott. Sasha Isabella Gannon. Tanner Honeff. Druvil Bhatti. Ramon Colon. Philip Edward Brainan. Shrudha Burdika. Phoebe Sky Cohen. Jenna Haley Klimaszewski. Cassandra Mayer. Anna Liberty Walker. Bella Walters. Joyeuse Umawa Horo. Austin Kanjia. Jeremy Reuben Thomas.
Mackenzie Grace Lancetto.
Biina Chaparian. Hannah Eisenman Barr. Carter Lee. Elia Lerner. Hannah Blair Lavinson. Natalie Virginia Beck. Sierra Emily Holmgren Lee. Chloe Yaw. Juliana Maldonado. Eleanor Dora Holt. Anna Lee. Molly Renee Kessler. Hallie Fleming. Noah Benjamin Cantor. Hadwin Gross. Caleb Dwight Volpe Clutchman. Devin Rose Lever. Luke Snodgrass. Jared Miles Boone. Elizabeth Fontana. Faith Bolke. Anya Sheehan. Grace Ellen Dowling. Giancarlo Richardson Viennas. Mara Grace Gagan. Julia Claire Dantzler. Anya Cunningham. Sophia Rose Friedman. Keegan B. McMahon. Patrick Liddy. Matthew Racias Miles. Grace Judith Bromage. Theo Mitterando. Caroline D. Ober. Layla Shirley Knight. Braxton J. Miller. Vanessa Irwin. Cecilia K. Bahana. Sarah J. Martin. Lily Alexandra Tenberg. Bianca Chloe Binns. Milagros Becerra Zambrano. Daria Minakova. Monica Munoz Miranda. Pinghui Li. Eve Belanoff Harmon. Carrie Strobeck. Adlai Nelson. Everett Beals. Durga Niharika Yandrapu. Tarunam Oria. Maria Salazar. Josafat Barcenas Argueta. Fatima Oseda. Maddie Carroll. Raya Chowdhury. V. Dayan Dayan. Botin Ali. Jaria Abu Bakar. Al Rauf Mahama. Abdullah Toure. Ebenezer Tete. Walubi Isaac. Daniel Mesa Buitrago.
Randall Dobayu.
Shreya Shaki. Priyanka Podar. Shreya Kafle. Franshika Pandey. Marissa Kellerman. Nathan Joseph Green. Chip Tobin. Katie Walker. Michaela Ariel Zion. Greer McCarty. Sarah Elaine Luby.
Good afternoon. My name is Paul Cutmore, and I serve as the Dean of the Becker School of Design and Technology. To my left is Professor Amanda Thiner, the Director of the Masters of Fine Arts. Will the candidates for Masters of Fine Arts from the Becker School of Design and Technology please come forward?
Brendan Tyler Richardson. David McCrae. Seth Ferreira. Samantha Lynn Bosque. Jacob Alexander Cherepika. Pablo Enrique Acosta. Camden Benkovsky. Guangyi Chen. Benjamin Paul Klingon. Mark Jacobs. Shivansh Awasti. Vamsi Farr. Matthew James Wasser.
Dean of the School of Business and Clark Social Entrepreneur in Residence. Will the candidates for master's degrees awarded through the School of Business please come forward?
Adam Minsky. Soumyabrata Ghosh. Dhruv Pancholi. Rishav Mondal. Shubham Omkar Gosavi. Deepthi Shri Kunapareddy. Santvika Kavi. Shanti Prasanna Yarani. Rachan Gaud Reddy. Sai Jaswant Chintapatla. Ambika Sehitya Bachu. Laya Mudulodu. Uday Kiran Hota.
Jackie Hyun.
Kumar Gaurav. Amrit Paudel. Ritu Adhikari. Sahana Ranganathan. Chandra Ditya Ghosh. Dheeraj Singh. Rutuja Keelas Gavali. Saptagirish Srirangam. Aisha Sinha. Kishore Balineni. Greva Gargeya Reddy Kanukula. Abishi Samuel Kodamanchili. DJ Anand Raghu Raman. Vijay Venkatesh Giaraj. Rajiv Sharma Naraparaju. Maithri Sripada. Manisha Visunagari. Navya Sri Chanda. Richin Skaria. Jangir Kojakmetov. Sandhya Kant Thakuri. Swecha Shrestha. Olivia Aluchi Epebu. Shilpa Negi. Satpreet Kaur Gai. Romaiza Ibad. Amanda Edson. Suruchi Jigneshba. Preetha Samanta. Aditya Singh. Clara Machado. Alexis Dalla Portas. Claudia Elizabeth Oakleaf. Carolina Barabash. Valerie Marie Lind. Henry G. Reyes. Moses Millman. Teddy Donahue. Shruti Sala. Anuja Anil Bhavkar. Sangram Shivaji Dedige. Aryan Pankaj Dabhade. Vaibhavi Shastri. Kruthi Danani Nukaraju. Trishali Yogesh Rao. Shwetha Lokesh Kumar. Ranisa. Nagabusan Siddharuda Patil. Prakash Bandwa. Chandra Hasa Fanindra Vutukuru. Muskan Nayan Jain.
ZU Hua.
Prajapati Trupal Rajesh Bai. Rewati Naren Rao Dehinkar. Prashant. Vaibhav Saini. Obinandan Kumar Singh. Santosh Kumar Shivanaduni. Sandra Saju. Jaskirat Singh. Riley Bronson. Rebecca Renee Mauro. Ann Culhane Williams. Mary Leanne Green. Maya Cooney. Sophie Cristina Scherer Del Llano. Jacqueline Folies. Jordan Christopher Richard. Pratham Chadan Parak. Erin Marie Thompson. William Brown. Raghav Budiraja. Tuleshwar Kumar. Trisha Goes. Yashvi Pradeep Mehta.
Harshini Alugoju.
Jacob Dominic Christopher. Akshay Kumaran. Praveen Kumar Chandrasekhar. Leander Thomas. Vijaya Darshini Vijayan.
to say the name? I don't think I can. Bhuvanashwi Rajkumar.
Faraz Ahmed Kolyariwala. Triveni Vankadari. Depshika Boda. Lahari God Shivalingari. Taylor Francis Mahoney. Rajeshwari Nandepu. Danielle Donqua. Samuel Obusu. Akwesi Bidiako. Aniset Yebua. Peyton Dolly. Monaco Raj. Tanishka Rajesh Kashikar. Vishista Mahendra Roda. John Iannarelli Uisal.
Billy Sullivan.
Anthony Michael Locasto. Sam Farrell. Nithikesh Vankar. Cynthia Dorcas Kalapala. Barimala Yeraguntla. Neelam Ranchodbai Patani. Ikra Imtiaz Ahmed Ansari Momin. Khalil Ur Rahman. Savankumar Rameshbai Anmi. Mohammed Omar Ali Mohammed Khatari. Jinru Fan. Jinbei Kur. Malvika Nair. Vidya Sajiv. Lakita Malikarjuna. Raghavendra Reddy. Sapan Trivedi. Napasorn Lohakij. Shotika Petgampang. Malaika Lloyd DeMello. Mariam Giorgioliani. Shuwei Liu. Jovia Nakayima. Ashish Bhataya.
Ruben Luke Pereira.
Orly Vimbiso Jeranyama. Rithi Veronica Joseph. Sandhya Paudel. Shisir Gurung. Xuan Liu. Hai Su Zhao. Jason E. Totel. Sruthi Kasukurthi. Priyanka Pirangudi. Krishna Leela Bopana. Pujitha Chukaluru. Bindu Kathula Pali. Nikitha Pimi Reddy. Harini Manchala. Meenakshi Popli. Rosalie Odwar. Lokeshwaran Lakshmanan. Agaman Gimire. Sarabjit Singh Sodhi. Kiran Bhupalpati. Hemang Thakir. Ajinkya Sanjay Kobal. Tangjung Wu. Li Tiwei. Li Shenzhen. Yi Xuan Wang. Jia Li. Swetha Rani Patnala. Nuzhat Thakrim Mohammad. Shubham Jain. Vaishnavi Singh. Aditya Chandurkar. Sahil Mohammed Rashid Sheikh. Hinal Modi. Anisha Jain. Novia Ajit D'Souza. Aditi Ajit Abhale. Carol Chu. Vedang Sunil Shinde. Suhas Dayananda. Dikshita Merlin Paul. Gobind Uttam Kumar. Mayuri Virupakshi. Julia Costa Severo. Ajay Srinivas Aguila. Anurag Sunil Kumar. Shrutika Sudhakar. Bhargav Chandrakant Bosley. Shiny Alexander Hutojathil. Razvardhan Reddy Chulakanti. Prasant Dadala. Arun God Patikadi. Hemalatha Arunachalam. Pamani Par Rampara. Hail Haresh Kumar Patel. Saham Maharjan. Durvesh Sandesh Gurjar. Krishna Aburi. Yashwanth Kumar Puna. Kanthraju Hosahali Krishna Goda. Jaikashun Punjabi. Huang Mai Nguyen. Ashika Shrestha. Mridula Koirala. Snithika Reddy Mamidi. Abhinav Reddy Kotra, Sindhu Dasari, Debangi Bose, Yunyang Ling, Chang Qian Yang, Xinyu Zhang, King Xuan Lin, Yu Han Liu, Jia Yi Zhou, Cletus Valerian Gonsalves, Bhavya Shea, Suryansh Mishra, Darshil Vakaria, Shubham Suman, Devanshi Mittal, Sapna Gupta, Siddhi Rajesh Khai, Mansi Suhas Sakpal,
Hello, I'm still John Labrie, Associate Provost and Dean of Graduate Studies and International Programs, and the Dean of the School of Professional Studies. Will the candidates for the master's degrees awarded through the School of Professional Studies please come forward?
Naz Nagori, Jyotsna Pravina Pendiala, Mohana Uma Sai Manem, Ethan Doyle, Lev Roland Kalb, Maharsh Kanukuntla, Ritvik Nepali, Nikhil Kumar, Alphonse Xavier, Chitrita Naluru, Jishin Yang, Aishwarya Paba, Sai Charan Reddy Yerabandla, Sai Kumar Mogili, Pavan Alapati, Mohammed Ibrahim Arshad, Jayanth Srinivasulu, Shravan Kumar Manikyam Seti, Vivek Varma, Hemant Varma Mandapati, Hanisha Reddy Guruguri, Shri Madhav Reddy Somu, Yogesh Kundan Singh Azmeya, Kartik Galhotra, Akancha Pruthi, Samson Williams, Debabrata Panda, Sabrina Abdul Khalid Amal Khan, Kiruthika Paramasivam, Divahar Manohar, Emma Nessel, Dara Raj, Manish Nala, Indira Rodriguez. Sanyawaji Mungwun. Harshit Gangar. Saish Mukund Dalvi. Pranit Mohan Matre. Rahil Shah. Tharun Malu. Shravani Gadam. Amanda Dye. Grace Kulhanek. Li Huang Pham. Duke Man Win. Priyadarshini Madela. Pavan Kumar Chikmagalur Sidegoda. Manjunatha Gurappa. Jin Chung Wang. Jia Le Pan. Tamim Ashik Sheikh. Ritika Kapoor. Pratima Chapagai. Jay Makwana. Sujanya Bhati Pralu. Evelyn Ivry. Allison Kennedy. Abhishek Gandam. Gaurav Paratavali Rangaswamy. Saikumar Srinivas. Venkata Sravya Nikita Kosuri. Sri Rashmitha Cherukuri. Varsha Bhutta. Satya Vikas Inapa. Neha Shri Krishna Manjrekar. Rucha Kanha Pustekar. Deepak Kumar. Kohong Chen. Rishikesh Pandarinath Moray. Nawaz Muhammad Lone. Abdul Salam. Sharing Doma Sherpa.
Lokesh Reddy Pangala.
Aravind Alam. Sarya Sindhu Govindu. Sravani Vakiti. Anasuya Singaram. Venkata Sushant Reddy Ipineni. Bhargavi Sudula. Manoj Mukhanty. Lekitha Malagareddy. Shri Vidya Moka. Praveen Anagani. Hari Rushi. Nageswara Rao Kautharapu. Rudra Teja Koti. Nikhil Bhavanasi. Chandrika Nagaraj Naik. Hamza Jamadar, Liliana Barco, Elena M. Schatzabel, Sean Thomas Keene, Woody Michael Garrigan, Deepika Mente, Manohar Batina, Naveen Reddy Rekula Pali, Raghu Ravanth Ayala Somaya Jula, Pavas Krishnan Shanmuga Sundaram, Richard Kofi Geli, Ajay Kumar Kopula,
Varun Kumar Budagam,
Avinash Daru, Mukesh Komineni, Vaibhav Sharma, Agam Nandi Vardhan Shah, Sharon Tej Pura, Akshay Kalapagar, Nimish Vijay Widya, Adwait Sridhar Atre, Sarvesh Sandip Sahasrabuddhe, Rushikesh Babasaheb Jagta, Soham Avinash Kukar,
Mohit Kurun Mayan An. I may mess it up.
Rohit Rajesh Deshpande, Srirang Sanjay Kulkarni, Purna Sai Vasanta, Anvit Paturu, Sai Karan Reddy, Harsh Raj, Lucy Spila, Camille Fleury, Victoria Pastor Osorio, Clarissa Idalia Verona Seren, Rebecca Kayla Caswell Shaham, Ruth Yuan Ru Bryan, Kirthena Goka,
Kunal Manhan,
Sairam Reddy Puliyala, Sai Eswar Deepak Pamarthi, Venkat Naga Sai Chiren Bendapudi, Kasturi Sravya Mute, Subhash Medipali, Jessica Hatfield, Diane Sarah Allain, Brooke Toslowski, Stephanie Williams, and Martha Lilly. Grishma Timanpieti. Ashi Saxena. Nayana Rajan Kamarkar. Jannavi Palachanda. Prajakta Shailendra Patil. Bhakti Satam. Nikita Tempurne. Sayed Idris Ahmed. Mehmet Ali Jaihan. Gitesh Sagvekar. Ninad Sawant. Satya Pramod. Casey Edward Gorsica. Dawal Aurora. Alex Zedze Kava. Will Reinhardt. Max Rosenfeld. Eric Howarth. Nathan Cruz. Jipeng Chen. Tyler Pan. Susie Shi. Morgan Huang. Lakshmi Narasimha.
Dikshit Vishnuvardhan.
Grace Oakers. Rachel Susan Romaine. Reese Taylor Poirier. Tofa Zal. Monica Tedlapu. Priyanka Pampati. Navya Wopala. Sayan Sharma. Aditya Dole. Shrujana Elena Bopuri. Priyansh Jaju. Syed Yawar Hussain. Amit Sham Pawar. Michelle Glennie Pinto. Krishna Sathvik Vanguru. Eshwar Aditya Chintalapudi. Venkat Minapu.
Sai Kausik Kadiala.
Madeline G. Connors. Chinkin Chui. Swathi Danani Nukaraju. Manjunath Mahantapa Mahalingapur. Santosh Govardhan Kiatsandra Badarinath. Andrew William Mendez. Brenna Caitlin Moore. Grace Soares. Amrita Varshini Pai. Charlotte Sieselman. Nataja Francisco. Grace Ibe. Ryan Andrew Caulfield. Shoaib Mohammed. Ambika Rompi. Manasa Vemula. Mamuduru Stalin Babu. Kashiruddin Sheikh. Hema Gayatri Ungarala. Vanatha Prasad. Shravani Ramaya. Monisha Noor Mohammed. Naman Singhvi. Archana Kumari Sahu. Ashwin Joseph. Muhammad Nasheed.
Singh Himanshu.
Rohini Krishna Kaninde. Vamsi Krishna Chintam. Srihari Gongadi. Anil Kolu. Nikhil Ganaparthi. Satish Chandra Nadendla. Chaitanya Subhash Naidu. Shashank Saraf. Karthik Kamadana. Nithin Rachekonda. Nitisha Marapelli. Kirti Kamtam. Pujitha Parupali. Danuja Sai Sangha. Kirthi Ratna Reddy. Yaramareddy. Falguni Mukesh Panchal. Nayan Jadhav. Shabduli Khokrale. Simran Sopti. Satya Jeta Ukile. Raj Nayan Sheth. Ishu Vorma. Subham Sa. Madhuri Alumalla. Narendra Kumar Poluka. Divya Chintan Patel. Bhavya Totakura. Chaitanya Kanagala. Srinad Tanugonda. Muhammad Tayyab. Trupti Sudhir. Prashant Reddy Kodi. Chandan Tripathi. Ravi Chandu Rayavarapu. Adi Baswaraj Patel. Riyan Ali Mohammed. Vimshi Badam. Sai Ramya Kande. Santosh Reddy Kumati Reddy. Sai Pranav Akala. Sai Kaushik Reddy Goli. Nandani Motupali. Dhiren Dometi. Shiva Ramakrishna Nalapati, Krishna Sai Bogalingam, Girish Cholaraju Sridhar Raju, Raviteya Velanati, Harshith George Thiparala, Gangadhar Nanjala, Rajendra Thamaneni, Jyoti Chamakuri, Parthaban Sampath, Hemma Shri Balraj, Darshan Dinesh Panchal, Kirthivasan, Ramesh Krishna Sakti Murugan, Soundariya Lingan, Apidi Pali Pratyusha, Rajeshwari Sugrivu, Nikitha Reddy Marimi Reddy, Abhishek Pasupuleti, Ankit Prashant Nayak, Ravindra Gohil, Praveen Siroli, Manish Kumar Dawal, Shubhika Jain, Shail Jala, Ayush Malek, Ayush Ratna Tamrakar, Prarup Manantar, Amanda Maharjan, Prasant Patarai, Durga Venkata Satyapadma Ganesh Paibodi, Pramit Gimire, Anurag Joshi, Sindhu Sangam, Arpitha Balashankar, Anjali Besta, Pavan Kalyan Poloju, Aswini Gangaraju, Murahari Madi, Penchala Lakshmi Preya Kole, Harshini Gunti, Jitendra Parachuri, Srikanth Nalamothu, Navya Yaruva, Surekha Srinivas Bodu, Niharika Tundapu, Shiva Chaitanya Meliviti Khadathadath, Upentar Rao Ruthu, Monica Priya Ravi, Engel Torres, Prince Gayao, Patrick Cunningham, Kristen Lavoti, Venkata Charvi Gode Poshala, Ashish Konda, Nelima Burna, Padakantiwar Shiva Prasad, Shri Charan Reddy Devi Reddy, Venkat Sai Teja, Niklesh Nalipanini, Banu Prakash Vupala, Yoganand Kodali, Satya Priyanka Talla, Supriya Baisai, Sai Raghava Reddy Kanuma Surya, Mansi Shah, Dikshita Avala, Jonavi Koneni, Shri Charan Pamidi Mari, Narayana Matam Rajashekar, Rohit Vita, Sai Srivatsav Darini, Punith Anumala, Abhilesh Sai Surya Venkataramana, Swarna Rekha Komuravelli, Sai Nayana Sahishna Kandalam, Navena Chati, Kirtana Malidi,
Harshita Ingala,
Sai Teja Kodam, Justin Kirk Dobson, Amber Canalonga, Sarah Mount, Gosia Stolarska, Anka Mihela Tugin, Good Luck Lama, Charishma Chaudhry Bandi, Sushmitha Reddy Karaveda, Prashant Gala, Bhavishya China Obaya Gary, Shirisha Patlola, Vasim Shaikh, Sri Ramya Keshavamatham, Upinder Julori, Harika Padi, Subramanya Srinivas Malayala, Gayaz Ahmed Sheikh, Prashant Reddy Loka, Bhima Aravapalli, Srevya Puli, Veda Vikas Belamkonda, Ashok Jangam, Banu Tejayanam, Sumant Raju Bahatam, Sai Prudvi Raj Yerapragada, Venkatesh Devale, Sai Sitaram Kolasani, Ajay Kumar Bundy. Abhinav Reddy Sama. Sahithi Kodumuri. Srinivas Putta. Khadija Begum. Sushma Priya. Divya Pulagam. Saiteja Vadlamudi. Gopichand Guram. Bharath Babu Nuna. Pavitra Babu. Satish Kumar Gatamani Sakar. Rasega Babu Kavita. Manish Gaud Ladiparla. Deepa Reddy Madireddy. Krishna Priya Darla. Sasivadan Reddy Yadala. Ramya Sri Tadikonda. Yashasri Pachava. Jaipal Reddy Gajala. Trinath Reddy Y. Sunesha Nisi. Da Silva Vanzel. Ryan DeBrito. Abish Santosh Raut. Isaac Okwaro Nyagweso. Siyao Leo. Naveen Reddy Yaram. Vamshi Krishna Gaud Vandarolu. Sri Ranjani Sala. Swati Shankarigowda. Sushma Basani. Prashant Gunapu. Atal Sureka. Tariq Mohammed. Joash Madapogu. Karan Vijaya Kumar. Venkata Sai Reddy Poonam. Suma Priya Durga. Sumanth Dande. Shikha Bhati. Baksinder Deep Singh. Saurabh Babarao Gavgave. Munair Basha Shaikh. Sumanth Reddy Bami Reddy. Susmita Gaud Chalapur. Karthik Edhala. Rohith Madarapu. Bharath Chandra Mahamkali. Niral Dinesh Kumar Nadisara. Suraj Reddy Aluri. Samir Savan Tumarada. Mahesh Varma Sidiri. Zishan Shaikh. Lokesh Jonadula. Praveen Kumar Koradala. Vinil Babu Todeti. Sona Silvaraj. Krishkumar Murugam. Vasantha Balaji Gopalakrishnan. Pugalendi Rani Sabapati. Mani Kanta Sai Pitu. Navya Bomu. Anthony Lokesh Pantanadam. Sravya Bomu. Manasa Gutta. Rahul Khanna Pavila. Saikumar Reddy Kuchampali. Tejaswi Lekala. Gagandeep Singh. Annamacharya Makala. Shivani Pohar. Bala Samyukta Nara. Omkata. Mohammed Jahangir Pervez. Manoj Kumar Edlai. Gopal Krishna. Agam Saraswat.
Tanmay,
Abhishek Ravichandiran. Parvati Selvan Madhavan. Hemanth Kumar Satyamurthy. Lalith Kishore Krishna Kumar. Harish Radhakrishnan. Jonah Emmanuel Vundrajavaram. Sharath Mutta. Lokesh Taduri. Kaushik Sedigari. Sumanth Ipali. Bhargav Adsupali. Venkataramesh Babuthota. Anurag Apalashetty. Harshavardhan Singhirapagari. Ashrith Koganti. Sunil Kumar Galam. Sathwik Kuduguntla. Lakshman Kumar Kulukulapalli. Mohan Babu Doda Paneni. Surendra Polapalli. Bala Kishan Totla. Shiva Prasad Yelijala. Sai Niranjan Chaturi. Naveen Karantla. Ernest Nissi Sharon Jonalagada. Venkata Nadayana Avula. Hima Mandava. Kirthi Anarapu. Prudvi Krishna Paruchuru, Shri Surya Prakash Viswant Pila, Ushaswi Sudula, Sojanya Palakurla, Uday Kiranjali, Prud Viraj Karnati, Akanksha Raj Taker, Sai Chandan Mari, Dilip Reddy Kontam, Sriman Reddy Rondlai, Veera Naga Sona, Sisender Reddy Kaipu, Vamshi Krishna Vure, Sai Devia Virpali, Bovisha Reddy, Shravan Reddy Araberi, Abhishek Ravulapelli, Adarsh Pentapati, Likith Sai Kuruhuri, Srivar Karamsetu, Purnachandra Reddy Rama Reddy, Srihar Reddy Pabathi, Pravalika Govindu, Vamshi Krishna Reddy Gudi, Kate Sago Addy, Girija Pasupalati, Sudha Madhuri Gutti, Krishna Chanakya Pranav Adala, Sai Nithin B, Harshita Bomagoni, Roshan Rathlavath, Prasanna Rushi Dusa, Mona Shri Amrabad, Sushma Thamalapali, Nagamadhu Nada Kuduru, Sushmitha Raghavendra Miriala, Dathri Sriramulu, Avinash Elakanti, Vidyadari Chanuri, Sathwika Nemuru Gomula, Durga Prasad Takalapeli, Suhas Amarnarayan, Durababu Madipati, Sai Harshith Reddy Gadamidi, Fani Reshma Parvathanini, Pawan Kalyan Ramaseti Narayana Swami, Siva Krishna Bandi, Garija Vudum, Hemant Umaneni, Shashank Tarigopula, Yeshwant Kane, Rishitha Gunda, Charita Shri Pabu. Srikanth Motupalli. Anudeep Sai Reddy. Kartikeyan Kamaraj. Roshini Krishna Tulasi Kanchamarthi. Ruthvika Reddy Vumadi. Dhanajay Reddy Ganu. Vamsi Krishna Arepati. Jai Paul Chiliveru. Huang Long Tran. Tejasri Anam. Sravani Reddy Gokula. Akhil Banov. Ren E. Zisser.
Today's exercises, which are nearly completed, are a time-honored tradition that not only recognize individual achievement, but also institutional history and the relationship between the two. As I noted at the beginning, our graduates are all different, and yet you are all now the same in one respect. You are all now graduates of Clark University. And as such, it is my honor to welcome you into the brilliant company of Clark alumni. Fiat Lux, let the light of Clark long illuminate your path. I now declare the 121st commencement exercises of Clark University closed. Congratulations. I ask you to please remain in place while the platform party and the faculty recess. Thank you very much.